Yeah.
Oh man, it is Sunday.
Yes, sir.
And we have another episode of the greatest hip hop podcast in the world.
You damn right.
And if you are unaware, we do call it banging on lunch tables.
Yeah.
And I'm Camp from the Port.
It's your boy Mike Jones.
And we are in quite a few places.
We'll
just name a few of them, though. You know?
Right.
So we're going to name Google Play.
Yes, sir.
Apple Podcast.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Spotify.
You damn right.
The iHeartMedia app.
Yeah.
As well as Stitcher. And Audio Boom.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So you make sure that you, tell somebody to check us out there or no. You know, if you happen to be riding around there, walking into somebody's house with your mask on, you know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, what you listen to? Right, yeah. Make sure you go into people's house with their mask on. And Jones, on top of that, make sure that you are going to places. Are you going to people's houses where you think you might need a mask?
Oh, yeah.
In their house.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because we never really talk about the other side of the COVID-19 thing. You know, we're always in the precautionary stance. Like, we're always in defense. But what about the offense, Jones?
Yeah.
What about the offense is being like, yo, I can't even go over to my guy house because his house be nasty like all the time. He might have COVID in there.
Right. It might just be lingering.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a couple young ladies that probably look like $1 million on your social media platforms, but they live in conditions. They're a little rough. They're a little rough.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And something Wreck-It Ralph status out there. You never know. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So make sure, as well as you're washing your hands and you're using your hand sanitizer and wearing your mask, that you ain't going into nasty places either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is super important. Don't go over your dirty ass friend house. And depending on what age you are, like if you're like 13 to 28, you probably have a dirty ass friend.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
So, you know what I'm saying? So just be cognizant of that. Now, when you're 30 plus like Jones and I are, that's another conversation. Now you got to call the health department because most likely there's kids involved. It might be an elderly person to come in contact with every week. So you definitely got to do your due diligence to make sure that ain't no dirty 30-somethings out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So look, man, I promise we are going to get to hip hop. And I just wanted to give a small PSA out there if I could. Listen to our show. Tell people to listen to our show. Tell people to not listen to our show because people love to be defiant and like to do what you don't say.
Right. Not wearing a mask is one of those things. You know what I'm saying? So tell them not to listen to the show.
Yeah, be like, man, don't even listen to that shit. Oh, for real? You don't think I should? No, I don't even listen to that shit at all. And then they're like, yo, man, I was listening to that shit last week, though. I thought you not to listen to it, though. Like, you know what I mean?
Like man, you bugging.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, hating ass. I told you last night to even listen to that motherfucker, man. So, but hey, you know what? We just want y'all to, entertain. Be entertained, be clean. And, hey, I just bought some hand sanitizer. I got 2 fresh bottles of this men's brand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We won't be shouting them out on this here platform because they didn't pay for that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fam. Nah.
Like, I paid for my product, and I do like it so far, but we'll leave it right there.
Exactly.
But let's get on to the hip hop. Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones, it is an interesting day. Well, interesting week. It has been in hip hop. I'll say the tier C of hip hop. The tier C with tier B tendencies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know if you've been following, but ever since the passing of Malik B, aka Malik B of the Roots, either worked, but I think his government name, he was pronouncing it as Malik.
Okay.
Since his death, Jaguar Wright, who was an affiliate of the Roots, has been on a tear to totally tear down everything that is the Roots and everything that they have been associated with. And she's saying it's under the act of Malik B getting his shine, Jones.
Okay.
So to address that right away, because I think you touched on it last week. on the show, but I want to do it again here because you being familiar with the Roots, but not necessarily in the fandom spectrum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is all fine. But how do you? Well, what is your take when somebody is saying that, yo, I'm doing this so, Questlove and Black Thought and the rest of the remaining Roots crew members, they give the proper respect to Malik B and let people know who he is. How do you feel about that when you hear that?
Man, it's a little strange for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the Roots more than I know Jaguar Wright, even though I'm familiar with her, right?
Right, exactly.
So my question would be, what more would you have wanted, like, the Roots Collective to do for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would have not set you off down this path that you think they didn't do? You know, right. He's been a part of their later albums. You know, he's jumped in and out of the crew or whatever. So at what point is it like, nah, this won't stand? How dare you do or not do this? What is the inciting incident for you to be like, nah, they ain't showing him enough respect?
Right.
Because from what I saw, it was all up. You know what I'm saying? But like Cam said, I'm not deep in the fandom. Like, I respect them. I like the Roots and stuff like that. So I don't know what they could have done or not done to, like, for it to be like, yeah, Malik B. You know, yeah. I just don't know.
So I'm glad you said that, Jones, because I'm kind of in a crossroads here where I do understand where she's coming from, just based on other things that have happened. With not only hip hop but like the group, right? So I think now, granted, I don't remember seeing too many posts from, specific. We'll say specifically Questlove and Black Thought because those are the people that people are looking at when we talk about the Roots.
Okay.
I don't recall them really going into the effect of the importance of him, much like they did Jay Dilla before social media was a thing.
Okay.
Like Jay Dilla was not a Roots member, but Jay Dilla has a whole like voicemail outro that's on Game Theory, and it's followed by a song that he produced for Black Thought to rhyme over.
Okay.
Like it's honestly a very touching, audio piece of them paying respects to it. I think he's even mentioned in the credits. Now, granted, obviously Jay Dilla was revered, you know what I'm saying, to a whole nother level just amongst hip hop. So I understand that. But you would be thinking that a guy who was a part of your group and is on, especially when it was broken down, the guy that's on the best albums from the crew,
okay,
you would think that he would get more shine than this. You would think he would get more recognition than what he's getting. Like, to me, I look at it like how Mr. Cheeks felt when Freaky Ty was murdered.
Okay.
See, I'm looking at it like that, and it's like, yeah, you know what, he didn't do a lot of rapping. He rapped I think on one song on the debut album, but he's the ad libs. He was the other guy whose voice you definitely heard. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was 4 Lost Boys members, but Mr. Cheeks is the rapper, and Freaky Ty was the guy that was like right next to him. It's like Batman and Robin thing, however you want to put it. And and Freaky Ty's death led to the whole Love, Peace, and Happiness album being a tribute to him. It contributed to Mr. Cheeks' depression and other things that just happened in hip hop. He wanted to leave hip hop because he lost his mans. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
And again, we know how groups are and how things change, and what we see is not exactly what the reality is for everybody. So I'm not gonna go out here and say that they were so close and everything like that, because to be real, Jones, I don't think Malik B has been on an album since Game Theory, and that was 2006. So that would be 14 years, and the Roots have put out easily, I think, 5 more albums since then at least.
Yeah.
So, but to Jaguar Wright's point though, he's on the best albums though. No matter how you slice it, Things Fall Apart is the best Roots album. No matter where you coming in life, that's the best album, and he's on that one. For me, you could interchange Philadelphia Half-Life or Game Theory.
Okay.
And he's on both of those albums. The Do You Want More album, which is the one that's really what makes them pop. So Proceed is on that album. He's on that. He's the other rapper on the majority of all the songs.
Right. Yeah.
So so when you have somebody like that, it's like, no matter what, maybe the commemoration could be, I guess, more respectful. I don't know. But, it does raise me to think like, hey, how would y'all feel if Scott Storch passed away?
Right.
God forbid, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Like, are they going to go all out with the pomp and the circumstance and do all of that or what?
Because of who he is or because of what he meant to the group?
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, and obviously we were never there, Jones. You know what I'm saying? We were just consumers of the music, and we see the images for what they are. But I will say that the deeper thing that does happen here, I want to say this first because I don't want to just assume you don't know. Did you check out any of her video series of just roots / neo soul slander the entire week? Oh
no, I ain't catch none of that. I just caught like the little pieces of tweets and news stories that popped up in my feed every once in a while.
Well, Jones, I can't front. I didn't watch like one of them, but I tell you what, the first three really summed it up best for me. Basically, she's basically insinuating that Black Thought and Questlove can be two of the worst human beings in hip hop ever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And with that, there's a lot of questionable behavior, both business wise and relationship, sexual wise. She like she said, you know what I'm saying, you don't want me to start talking real about my pussy. Her words, not mine, because I have a penis.
Oh wow! Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And she put it out there like, yeah, you know what? When you were married, we were fucking and all of this, and I was like, oh gosh, you know what I'm saying? And then and she encouraged every member of the Roots wife or girlfriend to go get tested.
Wow! Yeah,
it got crazy. It got crazy. Hey, she dropped old buddy's name, old Talib Kweli's. I guess he has something to answer for. No surprise there, I guess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, it's the situation that blew up the most in all this, which was really, she gave him the half a bar, equivalent to what Jay-Z said when she said Common was trying to put his dick in her mouth when she was asleep.
Oh shit!
oh, you didn't hear about that either, Jones?
No, I missed that one.
Jones, when I tell you, everybody got it. Erykah Badu and Jill Scott got it, Jones, for basically being incense thoughts, basically.
Oh wow! Okay.
They were like, y'all fucking. She was like, y'all be fucking everybody to get on and stay on. She was like, and now y'all too old to be fucking with a bunch of young boys. Like, and the first thing I thought about, oh wow, Jill Scott's coming off the box like that. Interesting, but
I'm gonna say this. I'm not surprised. Not that I thought Jill Scott was a thought, but I'm not surprised, man. You know, chicks that burn incense, they want dick too. You know what I'm saying?
You dig what I'm saying? And I'm thinking there's nothing more than that. But I mean, look, what I will say is that Jaguar Wright's attacks got very personal very quickly, even to people like not getting paid, and to she was accusing them of cutting off hubs. Not life insurance, but medical insurance after he got diagnosed with cancer. Damn. Yeah, she was saying that they were paying like Malik B $300 a month or a week or something like that for his contribution. Now to get all the muddy stuff out the way, Jones, let's keep it hip hop here. Let's get it right into hip hop because that's what we do here on Banging on Lunch Tables.
You did.
She's saying that Malik B was writing all the fire shit for the Roots albums.
Now, I did see that.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, man, and I'm kind of shocked at. It ain't that I don't believe her, because Black Thought has been thorough outside of Roots albums, inside of Roots albums. I'm assuming that even the albums Malik B wasn't a part of, his flow was impeccable. So this is where I'm a little like, wow, like really, fam? Like, okay.
Yeah. See, that's the interesting thing here. I think the most to me, Jones, because under the act of hip hop, that's what I care about. That's what we can somewhat prove, right?
Right.
So for you to be saying somebody who is just now, in the last 3 years or so, getting his just due as being one of the best MCs in the world.
Yeah.
If you're telling us that now that all of his work from 1994 to 2020 has been plagiarized to a degree by the guy who just died that was in the group,
right?
That is harsh.
Yeah.
That is harsh because, and even she's like she even threw it out there like this, Joe. She was like, "Why do y'all think that y'all don't fuck like with the new Roots albums like y'all fuck with the old shit?" And I was like, well, damn. She was like, go ahead.
Now, even though that may or may not be true, like like we stated, I'm not the biggest Roots fan, but even Black Thought solo joints that he dropped like last year with Salam Remy and with Ninth Wonder, I want to say, if I'm not. Them shits was fire.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
them shits was fire. He ain't missed a beat. That's him and Malik B was collaborating on the low or some shit. Right. Y'all just let me know. Let me know.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's just so interesting because I do feel what she's saying in context. Because yeah, I think the last dope Roots album to me, like the one that I was like, yo, this is that shit, was How I Got Over.
Okay.
And that's been 10 years ago. Now, granted, that album is also flooded with just people that we love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Fontae's on that album. Like,
right, yeah. Yep.
And I think Rozelle comes back for that album. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, so, wow.
Yeah, so I kind of, and it's interesting because you sit here and you want to be like, no, you know what? No, because Black Thought is super dope, and he is. I want to say this, Jones. I want to say that maybe having Malik B in the group pushed him to a different level.
Yeah. Okay.
But maybe just maybe that some people's intangibles are what make the album like what they are. They make the albums what they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I want to say like Blue and Fonte, like everybody's on How I Got Over, and I don't think Malik B makes this album either. But that was a good album, but it's hard not to be on your A game rhyming when Fonte is about to show up.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And Blue deserves his respect as well. You know what I'm saying? From Blue in Exile. I don't want to believe that things like he can't write a 16. I don't care about if he can't freestyle or not. I've never really cared about that.
Right.
But I will say that there is a certain feeling to songs when specifically Black Thought and Malik B are rapping versus when he's by himself. I will say there is a different feeling, and but she's saying like whether it was Malik B, whether it was Dice Raw, whether it was man, I forget the other homie's name, but like basically she's saying that the Roots albums are Dr. Dre albums, basically, is what she's saying.
Okay.
She's saying that DOC and Snoop come in with Corrupt, and then and songs get written. That's what she's saying.
All right. Okay. I get it.
And but I don't want to. I don't want to run the dangerous narrative of possibly diminishing what I felt was well deserved, which was the proper praise and respect for an MC like Black Thought.
Right.
So, all I can say is, Jones, on this topic, I hope that they at least have a conversation and they do the tribute show that everybody feels is needed for Malik B. because this has already gotten very ugly very fast.
Right, and like my thing is, how would you even come back from that? That to me, like it's reached a point. At least for my personality, we can't come back from that. Like I might not wish you any ill will, but it's definitely like you stay the fuck over there. We'll be over here doing the tribute. Have a nice life. Kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying?
No, word. Absolutely, yeah. You can't accuse me of being borderline rapey, being a sexual assaulter, hanging with people and condoning sexual assault. You can't be talking about you knew what R. Kelly was on in the studio one day, but you told me to shut the fuck up because we're gonna get a hit record. Like,
right, yeah.
You can't point me out to be like, yeah, you was sucking Jay-Z dick to get on the to the unplugged shit, and I saved y'all ass for coming through because y'all wanted to be liked so bad because y'all a bunch of fucking nerds. Y'all never been street. Y'all really not from the Philly that I'm from. Like, you can't do all that. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't say all the singers that I'm I screwed over Jill Scott with the Erykah Badu shit, but I fucked both of them, but they hoes too. Like, you can't do all of that and think that we're gonna be like, yo, I'm sorry, let's make this right.
Right, exactly.
Because that's what's happening. Like, and it was like every day for like an hour at a time online. Like, and but to be real, Jones, to bring it back down though, I can't front, Jones. I feel like she's telling a lot of the truth, though.
What parts?
I'll say this. I think the hip-hop shit is the jabs, but some of the shit that she's describing, unfortunately, in detail, I think that, we're just figuring out that a lot of music industry, rap industry, rappers was on sucker shit, was on foolish shit, was on some I never really had girls in real life before the fame and the music shit, and we're finding out about it. Like, that's the part that I've begun to make peace with in my own mind. I'm coming to the grips with reality, Jones, that probably about 85% of the rappers that I actually like were probably fucking lames, and they're lucky they got record deals, Jones.
Man, the way I look at it, I'll say in certain aspects, everybody's complex characters, right, in life, right?
Right.
So you're going to have a lame moment. You're going to do some sucker shit every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be the best person you can optimally be all the time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like in our cases, we're just not famous enough for people to give a shit. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
But I'm sure there's a list of people that can be like, you know what, Cam was a fucking asshole. Mike Jones is a fucking dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like we just don't hold any power over anybody's career for them to really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, like, I looked at, like, Jay-Z, right? Like, in the whole story of, like, Rockefeller breaking up and shit, right? If you take a little of this and a little of Dame Dash being an asshole, it kind of looks like to me like Jay was sick of Dame shit, but he did some snake-ass shit to get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, Jay, why they have to be like that? But at the same time, hey man, you still the greatest rapper of all time. You're a flawed individual. Like, or like, as I've gotten older, Tupac wasn't the most gangster nigga ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ended up dying because he was fucking with the wrong nigga. They caught him slipping, and that was the end of my man's. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these things can be true at the same time, and I think we're getting old enough, and hip hop is getting old enough. And we're becoming savvy enough individuals to be like, oh, well, yeah, he probably did some fuck shit once or twice. And, like, you have people in the wake who have a voice that are going to be like, nah, he did some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He ain't the coolest nigga in the room all the time.
Word. Yeah, no, man. And, and we've talked about it on this show quite a few times. A lot of rappers are 16 to 25. And unfortunately, a lot of them reach their pinnacle at that time. Right. And when we always preach this thing, well, it's always preached in the industry about how this is a young man's game. It's like, and for so long, having a rapper that was 30 years old or older was almost taboo.
Right.
And
Yeah.
but now, you know, Zen, just because we see the business and we see the long term and the long game of it all, the marathon that is the music industry, and now we're getting a chance to watch people become 35, 40, 50.
Right. Yeah.
But now, you know, now we're pulling the resume that we were never supposed to see.
Exactly.
And you know, it's a thing where it's like, and this is where cancel culture gets dicey because, you know, look, if Black Thought was still doing any of the shit that she was saying that was happening, like on the Things Fall Apart tour,
Yeah.
like in 2020, all right, now we got to get him the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But
That's a fact.
Right, but if he's not, and he's an individual that has grown from that, and he doesn't owe me an apology, he doesn't owe a public statement or anything like that. He doesn't owe anything like that. But if his apology is consistent changed behavior, then I personally will respect it and keep it moving, but realize that, yo, you know, you had to grow out of some sucker shit to get to that moment.
Right. Yeah, man. It's all about growth. Now, if you're a consistent asshole, that's a problem. But if you're able to look back at your asshole moments and was like, damn, man, I shouldn't have done that. That was faulty. That wasn't. I wasn't the coolest in that moment. And you could not even go back and correct those things, but you could grow from there and be better than you were in that moment. That's progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not the most forgiving brother, so I do understand people that be like, nah, fuck that. You did that. That was some sucker shit. I do understand that. But at the same time, like, finding a balance of letting people be not children or kids, but being young adults and making mistakes and growing into full-blown adults that'll be like, you know what? I did do that. My bad. You know, but let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Oh, I wanna close this topic on a gross note.
Uh-oh.
And Jaguar Wright was telling a story about how the Roots all met, like, I guess, like this GILF groupie, like this lady that was like 65, and apparently that they all gangbanged her out on the bus, on the tour bus.
That's nasty.
And she was like, you niggas are savages. That niggas is gross. Like, but you know what? And I'm not trying to make light of it because she does really get into some like other things. And I was like, oh wow, like this is now we're getting to some traumatizing stuff, and we're getting into some y'all was canceling careers because of this or not, or you know. But again, she's the only one being vocal about it, but apparently, and we'll really close it out with this, she's going to be coming forward with all the young ladies that have supposedly all been victims of the Roots crew, the legendary Roots crew.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I guess that's either going to happen daily or weekly, Jones.
Whoa, that's some heavy shit, man.
Yeah. Right, because, you know, ain't no TV production crew behind this one.
Right.
She's just on Instagram Live and YouTube.
Yikes. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, I know this ain't the Beyonce Black King thing, y'all, but black women seem to be in danger when they come in contact with the legendary Roots crew. At least that's the narrative that one woman has trying to paint with evidence.
Shit.
And and we can't necessarily overlook that just because she didn't sell enough records or because they ain't more famous than Common. We can't do that.
In this situation, man, since we don't have all the information and we're not there and there's so many variables, I don't want to outright be like, hey man, just believe Jaguar, right? And I don't want to just be like, the Roots are completely innocent either. You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
somewhere in the midst of that is the truth. I pray for any victims if there are any. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like straight up. Because on that note, what can you do and what can you say?
Right, absolutely, Jones. I'm right with you. So we're gonna keep the show moving after that complete thought. Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right,
Jones. Before I left social media, you threw out a pretty interesting question. And and I started laughing instantly as I was deleting my apps.
Uh-oh.
But I want to bring it to the show to let people know that I acknowledged it and I didn't really see all the answers besides the ones that I laugh hysterically at. So Jones, I want you to kick off this because it is about that time, because I believe the TV series, I believe, is already live on BET right now. With Master P and his legendary imprint known as No Limit Records. Jones, take it away.
Yeah. Hey, man, I asked the question. Out of all of those albums that Master P and the No Limit Soldiers pumped out, how many of those joints are classics?
Right?
Now, it's so funny because I saw Cam's reaction on social media, and I could just hear him laughing like none.
Now, I'll give him like maybe 3. I'll give him maybe 3.
Okay. And like that's why I said in between like 5. My answer is 5 to 10. And the reason why, I guess you could say on the higher end,
double digits.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I understand. Being in the midst of all of that at the time, I know some people are gonna really cap. And some of them I saw in real time was like, nah, that album was fucking dope. You need to go back and fuck with it. So it's like, okay, you got to give it to Ghetto D. Ghetto D is a hip hop classic. You can't front on that.
Yes, that one, Jones. And I was surprised everybody didn't at least put that one down first. I will say, unquestionably, Ghetto Dope from the No Limit camp is a certified classic.
Now that the reason why I would suspect people didn't automatically go that route is because that would be what you call the McDonald's answer. Like, no shit, duh. Everybody knows Ghetto D is a fucking classic, or at least you should respect it as such.
Okay.
Now, as you go further down the No Limit timeline, that's where the nuances and time and your nostalgia have to be weighed, and that shit kind of kicks in. Like, for as huge as Mystical was during that run, did he walk out of 97, 98 with a classic No Limit album? I say 99 as well. Did he walk out of there with a classic album? Also, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was gonna say no.
Okay.
But I mean, it's one of the better albums in quality for sure.
Right. Now, with that being said, and I know we go back and forth on like what is a classic, how is it defined, impact, and all of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I even got my own little list of regional classics and personal and all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. Somewhere in there lies a classic Mystical album. Because for as huge as he was, and for everybody to always anticipate a Mystical verse on whatever album was dropping from No Limit, I would say he has one in there. Now, would it be heralded as a universal hip hop classic, like in the pantheon of Illmatic and fucking ATLians or Southern Playlist and Cadillac Music and all that other shit? Not necessarily. Or Equipment Now, I'm sorry. Not necessarily, but in the hood, motherfuckers liked Unpredictable a lot. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, damn, where do you put it? Or like Soulja Slim. For Soulja Slim to mean as much to No Limit and New Orleans hip hop, which one of his No Limit albums is a classic? Does he have one? Fiend, same question as Mystical. He was huge within that time span. I'd even argue C Murder's Life or Death could be considered a classic in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's not, it ain't gonna get the respect of a Mobb Deep, but it's some value there. So I had to ask people, how many classics do they have realistically? And that's why I had to kick that question like that.
Yeah. Okay, Jones. So
here we go.
to answer your Mystical question, I believe that if you have to call a Mystical project a classic from there, then let it be Unpredictable.
Okay.
But I think more that it was Mystical popped up everywhere with a memorable verse. Like I think he's on every single album with one of the hardest verses on the album.
Damn near.
So I think that is more the reason why people are thinking that Mystical should have a classic album, because if you really break down all of his songs and verses, you remember the features. You don't remember a lot of his actual songs.
Man, now some people would beg to differ. just because of where they hold Mystical in the pantheon of No Limit albums. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, and they're wrong. So it's just one of those things.
I hate but love this guy at the same time.
because the thing is, and look, Mystical is hard. You know what I'm saying? Like that was literally the only No Limit album I bought for a while.
Oh shit! Okay,
was his, like, you know what I'm saying? But I bought mine to Mystical, so I was already sold on Mystical hard. So I'm going to like support them some more. Like, oh, finally some No Limit shit I can listen to. That was literally my thing. So I come from that state of mind and train of thought on that. But I mean, I guess if people are trying to give them way more than 3 classics, then let that be one of them. But to be clear, for me, Jones, I'm going to say it like this. I think that there are 3 for sure classics.
Okay.
And they are, I'm going to say it like this. They are Ghetto Dope.
Okay.
The I'm About It soundtrack.
Okay.
And Charge It to the Game.
Charge it to the game.
Hell yes, Jones. Charge it to the motherfucking game. Because what y'all gonna stop doing right now?
Here we go.
Is y'all gonna stop fronting because like people are remaking songs off of Charge It to the Game in 2020, Jones. They're remaking songs. Like people have low key taken the Silk the Shocker flow too.
Man, come on.
Yo, hey, listen, y'all bought the shit, not me. I don't have a hard copy of it anywhere. You know, like yo, but no, Charge It to the Game because I think that is, if not the one of the biggest selling albums on the No Limit tank. Period.
That's a fact.
Like I honestly think it's number 1 at triple platinum or something like that.
Okay.
So how is the best-selling album not a classic? From a roster of niggas that y'all ain't even look for. Matter of fact, y'all booing them this year. No, last year because it's a pandemic. So in 2019, y'all was just booing the shit out of everything No Limit that showed up.
Hey man, look here. Like I stated in the previous segment, we grow. You know what I'm saying? You recognize your mistakes. Everybody's not perfect. Sometimes even your music taste ends up being some dumb shit.
That's what I'm saying, though, Jones. And look, if y'all want to say how many classic songs came out of there, okay, now we in the double digits. I won't front.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because Ice Cream Man is a classic song. I'm Bout It is a classic song. How You Do That There, which is also on the I'm About It soundtrack. That, you know what I'm saying? Down for My Niggas, obviously. Both versions, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, shit, technically Bitch Please by Snoop Dogg. And that's a No Limit song, you know what I'm saying?
That's a No Limit, yeah. Really?
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's a couple of Mia X songs, a couple Fiend songs, obviously a slew of Mystical songs. Like, there's probably about 40 classic records from the No Limit camp, but it ain't that many classic albums though. We gotta stop that. We got I think when you get to 5, you're talking too much, to be honest.
Now you know what? Now since you added Charge It to the Game, I gotta throw in the True album, the one with the 3 skulls on the front of it. That's a classic. So that's 4.
Wait, what's on there again? Because I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. Because you said True and not the 504 Boys, so I'm inclined to.
Oh, no, definitely not. Hey, man, 504 Boys is an ass, man. that is an ass release. But no, True to the Game. That's what it is. That's got the original No Limit Soldiers. That got Swamp Niggas on it. And a few more joints on that. And that was a double disc. Came out at like the tail end of 97. No, at the beginning of 97. I'm wrong. Man, matter of fact, came out on my birthday. No shit.
Oh, wow. There you go. You got to play that for your birthday then.
Hey, that's a fact, though.
Ain't that the cover where they got like ski mask on or something like that?
Yeah, it's ski mask on the skulls. Yeah.
Hey, my shit doesn't have Freak Hoes, ain't it? Freak Hoes.
Freak Hoes.
Okay, never mind. Yep, there you go. Okay, that one. I won't front on you. Because matter of fact, I think the True to the Game shit might have been the first shit I heard front to back from No Limit.
Okay. Okay.
So like, but yeah, I remember Free Codes, because Free Codes got to be like, because that's not on Ghetto Dope. I know it ain't on there.
Nah, that's definitely, it's on True to the Game. Yep.
And then we know Limb Soldiers. I thought I told you. No,
Yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah, okay. See, I mean, hey, look, I'll give them their respect when it's due. You know what I'm saying?
Now, with that said, if you can get 4, you can stretch 5 with a mystical album. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said 5 to 10. After that, it trails off a little bit, because then you got people that will say Mach's album was a classic and all that. And that's a very dope album too. Very slept on. So that's why I'm saying between 5 and 10. You can stretch it once you get past 5. You can start picking out like the Fiend album, this album, C Murder's album. Like, you can get to 10. You know what I'm saying?
No, you couldn't, Jones. You can't get to 10. You can't get to 10 if you're keeping it real. You can't. Hey, yo, I'm looking at the track list now. Is that a half full of gangster?
Gangster. Yeah.
Okay,
See?
hey, listen. But see, Joe, you see, Jones, how we're naming like 3 songs off of one album? Like,
and what is it, like 27 joints on the whole thing?
Right, exactly. Right. This, I'm looking at this. It's 23 tracks. And don't get me wrong. Even though I'm remembering vividly like these 3 or 4, that's 3 or 4 out of 23. Jones, like I said, there's classic records that exist. But look at this track list. I mean, hey, look, I would have to, listen to this again, because I'm not trying to. I'm not purposely trying to shit on specifically this project, because I do remember it a little bit now as I look at this track list. But yeah, now and this is why we gotta calibrate correctly what we call classics, because when I see Ghetto Dope, when I see True to the Game, and when I see Charger to the Game, and I look at the track list and I can just look at the songs and I can correlate 3 or 4 like bangers on it.
Yeah.
I can assure you that I'm not doing that when I looked at Mr. Servon's album. I can assure you I didn't do that when I looked at Cain and Abel's album. I can assure you that didn't happen when I looked at Mercedes' album, or you know what I mean, like, or C Murder's albums. Like, I know it doesn't happen, and that's why I'm saying, like, yo, y'all got to really go with what pushed the movement forward, because a lot of those months, shit was just out. It really wasn't banging like that. Like, literally, he could have put out the No Limit project and took a break.
Now, it's so funny. It's funny that you say what you say, because I'm agreeing with you and disagreeing with you. And then we, like, not to be, like you say, being a dead horse to glue. But being that you have a point, being that you weren't the biggest No Limit fan, so you do hold some weight, because if it reached your ears and you wasn't the hugest No Limit fan, that means that shit was really fucking moving, right?
Yeah.
At the same time, but if you was like a No Limitologist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to my homie Animal Brown. Then you don't know P like that. You don't know what this did in the hood if you wasn't there for the Mr. Servo release.
Man, hey, listen, a lot of people wasn't there for that. Hey, I'll tell y'all what y'all was there for, even though y'all fronting on it now, though. You can tell I'm a soldier by the way I talk. You can tell I'm a soldier by the way I march. Like, that's what y'all was. You was like, oh, this nigga killing that shit. That's what y'all was doing. So like, yo, that's what. So look, Silk the Shocker, Charge It to the Game. It, like, if y'all don't have that and y'all No Limit classic, your list is incomplete, and it's extremely inaccurate. Like, there it is.
That's a fact. I ain't mad at it. So, even though I hate to admit it.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. Hey, look. Hey, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I could see. And you know what? Wasn't not the Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, but wasn't Master P's album one of them actually named Ice Cream Man?
Yeah, that's the one that got Mr. Ice Cream Man on it. Yeah.
You know what? I can't front. That's the only one that you can be like, yo, that's a classic, because shit don't pop without that. You know what I'm saying? Like without whatever project I'm about it, and whatever project Ice Cream Man is on, like, if those don't happen, they shit don't crack. So,
hey Cam, just by all the albums you name it, you at like 6 or 7, bro.
No, I'm at 5. I'm at 5. I'm at 5. Yeah, no, Jones, no. Hold on, wait.
Nah, bro, you had like 6 or 7.
We got Ghetto Dope. We got Charge It to the Game, Ice Cream Man, and we got Charge It to the Game. No, I said True to the Game, Ghetto Dope, Ice Cream Man, Charge It to the Game. That's 4. I said you could name. Oh, and I'm about the soundtrack. That's 5. I'm sorry. I'm about the soundtrack. That's 5.
We got. All right, hold on. Let's make sure. Ghetto Dope, Charge It to the Game, Mr. Ice Cream Man. I'm about the soundtrack. And what was the up?
True to the Game.
And True to the Game. That's 5.
Yep, that's 5, brother. That's 5.
Nah, man, the count is off.
Yeah, no, it's not. Hey, look, the count is off because you're trying to put Mystical in there, and I'm not.
All right. The No Limit Soldiers will be back.
Yeah. Hey, y'all work that out, man. I'm here every day. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Oh, begging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Oh man, that was great. So to bring it back down to a more serious note here, the Migos are not having the best 2020 minus coronavirus. It's bad enough that a few weeks ago that they realized that their lawyer was also QC's lawyer, the QC being the label, and they possibly could have been getting jerked for millions.
Have a good situation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Which is sheer irony when you think about how people killed, specifically Joe Budden, on the Everyday Struggle show when he got on Yachty about not really knowing his contract because he had more money than he knew what to do with. So, you know what I'm saying? And I would say at that time, the Migos definitely had made way more money than Lil Yachty did at that point in time. So, you know, that's unfortunate. But now, again, right before I leave social, man, I see that Takeoff was being accused of rape.
Yeah.
And apparently this young lady then went and got the kit done and everything. So, like, she's literally, apparently, well, allegedly not leaving nothing to chance. So, you know, this will be, unfortunately, a real-time case. Now, of course, it's being denied by, Takeoff and the camp and his lawyers and whatnot. And I really hope it's not the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless, hip-hop fans, regardless of how you feel about the Migos individually or musically or anything like that, I don't want these young brothers to be getting rape bodies pinned on them and getting their potential livelihood taken away because of an unfortunate and very sick situation like this. Like, this ain't cool at all.
Right. Now, from what I saw, now this was a couple days ago via Complex, their updated version of the story was that they were able to like debunk this shit. I want to say so. Hopefully, this is not true. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna take it like the Jaguar Wright root situation. If they, victim is involved, I just pray that they're okay. I pray that Takeoff wasn't on that shit. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of just being a stand-up human being, I pray that you wasn't on that, fam.
Right.
And I pray that this is not that. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Let's just see how it plays out.
Absolutely, man. And hey, look, internet, Twitter is relentless. I never seen so many word flips for Takeoff that were not a non-smack DVD battle or a caffeine battle. I was like, oh my God, like this is going to get so much worse if this is unfortunately true. I hope for his sake it's not, because they're already flipping all the possible scenarios and flips that Takeoff and rape and sexual assault have together already, and it looks really bad. So hey, look, I'm just going to pray for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what matters the most. That we are not a show that we pin people to the wall without fact, and and we don't jump all the way out the window over allegations. You know what I'm saying? And look, hey, and to keep it a buck, that's what we did with Tory Lanez, even though he should be deported. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, Megan said she didn't do nothing, and she got shot in both of her feet. And we ain't seen nothing from him or his representation saying that, nah, that shit ain't happened.
Nothing.
Or we got something that's going to prove that didn't happen like she's saying it's happening.
Right.
So, hey, with that, man, again, we got to cover the good with the bad in hip-hop. And unfortunately, this could be potentially very bad. So prayers to everyone involved. We hope it's not true. And, we just hope for the right resolution. I don't want to say the best case scenario. I don't want to say the best solution. I want to say we hope for the righteous to reign supreme on a situation like this.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Jones' new music is out in this motherfucker this week, brother.
Yes, sir.
Jones.
Yes, sir.
Listen, WAP, that's some wet ass pussy by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, Jones.
Yeah.
Listen, I am a 30-something heterosexual black male, and I want to be the first to say it on my platform that WAP is the song of the year. I don't need to argue it. I don't got to explain my case.
Nope.
And then after I heard the song twice, I watched the video. Yes, it's still the song of the year. We will be talking about this in 2029 when we're doing the decade recaps.
On the real.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care about how we're supposed to be presenting positive images to black people and black girls at this moment. I don't care about none of that, Jones. I care about this nasty, raunchy fire that I love dearly from Cardi and Meg, Jones.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, all you bullshit woke motherfuckers that's trying to act like you don't like wet-ass pussy, y'all can kick rocks with no shoes on, my niggas. And fuck all of y'all, because it is a bunch of bullshit. I might not go as far as my homie Cam and say it's song of the year. But this shit is fucking fire. Just from this sample, especially if, I don't know if this is just a Chicago, no, the dude that made it is from Atlanta, Frank Ski. Frank Ski made the original song that the WAP is based around. It's some hoes in this house.
Yeah.
That was a club staple for me coming up. Yeah. So I know if motherfuckers was dancing and that shit when I was 15, 16, 17, just trying to get my first little lap dances off. I know when I was like 8 and the shit first dropped, motherfuckers was really having a ball and freaking it.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers is a bunch of liars and a bunch of fucking hypocrites. This shit is fire, man. I like it. I love what Cardi is talking about. Now, let me get in my misogynistic bag a little bit. Sorry, ladies, we gonna keep it a buck. The name of the song is Wet Ass Pussy. Let me laugh for a second. Now, my homie, he asked me, he was like, all right, then Cardi or Megan. I was like, fam, Megan Thee Stallion is beautiful. Cardi B is a beautiful woman as well. But the shit that Cardi is talking on this song, I'm with all of that.
Yeah,
I need all that.
Absolutely. Cardi sounds like the nastiest bitch I never had, and I fucking love it. Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. All right, if I can let Too Short get shit like this off, if I can let 2 Live Crew get shit like this off, I'm definitely letting Cardi B get shit like this off, and I love it even more. Like,
talk
it is
your
great.
Shit, Cardi.
She said, I want you to hit that little dangly thing in the back of my throat. Okay, all right.
On the rip.
I'll shoot all over it for you. I'll do whatever you want. I'll do it. I'm here. I'm here for you.
Yep. Like, look, bro, I told motherfuckers, I was like, look, that is a reason why Offset was on stage looking like a damn idiot.
Man, listen.
like, bang, I'm sorry. It's now, look, fellas, I know we supposed to be cool. You supposed to maintain your player card at all times. But just like Marcus Graham on Boomerang, it's a pussy out here that'll have you outside your body. You know what I'm saying? You'll do some things you've never done before. Offset was on stage. This nigga gets bitches, I'm sure. He's a bigo. There's plenty of chicks that'll bust it wide open for him. This motherfucker was on stage for Cardi B talking about, baby, I'm sorry. Please take me back. And we discovered why in this song right here.
Listen. Hey, listen here, man. I don't know about the rest of the men in the world, but like I used to say, like, yo, I want to get broke off like that so I can be out the game.
On the real,
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you like honestly, you do kind of want to get a woman that's got some box that's gonna have you really contemplate your next move in life.
On the real,
because what are you gonna be out here chasing that feeling until you get her and keep her? Like,
look. She said, "I don't cook, I don't clean. I'm gonna show you how I got this rent." Man. Now, ladies, don't get outside your body and think you can just be a nasty chick out here. No.
Hey.
Cardi brings in millions of dollars, but also, not only is she a millionaire, she also wants you to hit that dangly thing in the back of her throat.
Right.
That's a combination you can't beat.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Hey, I used to have these kind of conversations on Facebook all the time because like women be like, yo, man, I cook, I be cleaning, I'd be willing to like drop him off at work or let him use my car. Like, yeah, but you know what? Sometimes it ain't what every man want. Like that ain't what every man need. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I knew how to wash clothes at 8 years old. That ain't really, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never even attempted to put my own dick in my mouth and hit the dangly thing in the back of my throat. I ain't never did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you could try it for me.
Look, like that chick is always gonna win in the area. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yes, you cook, but drive through is still open. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you clean, but I might make enough to hire a maid. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, we can keep a dry cleaner in business. You know what I'm saying?
On the real.
Look.
But one thing I can't do is find a consistent chick that'll do all of that.
Right. Yo, hey, man. Like, hey, the way, yo. I mean, they both talking their shit, but yeah, no, Cardi was talking so nasty. I was like, oh my God. Like, yo. I was like, I Googled how old she was again. That was like, oh my God. I was like, these young girls are nasty as shit. It's the greatest.
Yeah.
It's the greatest. I say, and I want to, we don't have to close it out here because I could talk all day about this if you really wanted to. But I was going to say, like, you know, if men start keeping it a buck, about how like we are really enamored and we are in love with like slut culture and what is deemed to be whore behavior, I think we would have a lot of we have a better dynamic with women and the way they talk, because like, yo, like this is my shit, Jones. Like, like granted, I'm not about to twerk or do no wild shit like that,
right?
But I was like, no, I like women talking like this. Like this is the shit I'm into. I was like, and I get it, fellas. We don't want to, a lot of us don't want to hear about, you know, how my pussy is so this, that, or whatever. We ain't trying to make people get scammed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that, but no, but the nasty girl songs, like this one, yeah, you're not fucking with this. I don't really know what's up with you. I don't know what's up with you.
Look, man, I'm gonna say two things and I'm out. The first one is, fellas, if you don't like this song and how it's going to inspire women to do this nasty shit to you, you're bugging, fam. You are bugging. Now, I get it. You might not want your lady out here all like that. I get that. But when that bedroom door closes and she drop her drawers, you want her doing everything that they talking about in this record. I don't give a damn if you a pastor, a preacher, a political figure. You want a woman that's on that type of shit.
Man, absolutely. Hey, it's okay to talk about anything you're willing to be about.
On the real. And second, it's a lot of you motherfuckers who kept R. Kelly famous and out of jail that are talking big shit about this song. So fuck all of y'all hypocrite ass niggas.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh man, I'm glad I'm off social media. I would hate to see that, Jones. I would blow a gasket. Yeah. Screw every last one of y'all, and not the way that Cardi and Meg would like to be screwed by their men.
It's a fact.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Man, other joints that came out. Conway the Machine and Method Man, they got a joint called Lemon that's hard.
Yeah, I fucks with that.
Yeah, and then you got a Don Q and Benny the Butcher with their joint Legends, also super hard.
I like that, yo.
You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And now to a bunch of stuff I didn't listen to, well, almost. DaBaby, Blame It On Baby. I didn't listen to this album, but man, he dropped again already. This is like his second album in like 6 months, and I think third in the total, like 9 to 12.
Yeah, because what it is he dropped the deluxe version of this joint, And he essentially said, "This is like a whole nother album. Just don't tell the label, fam."
Yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, okay. I was like, man, I thought, I was like, wait, I don't remember these songs. Like,
right, yeah.
So I haven't listened to it all yet, but yeah, so he's out. Hey, Amine, y'all may know him, I think, from the 2015 or 16 freshman list.
Yeah, something like that, yo.
He got a new project out, Limbo. You know what I'm saying? That's out.
I listened to a piece of that. Not bad so far. Like, I might start feeling like I kind of slept on Buddy with this one, but I'm gonna give it an extra close listen.
There you go. Well, Portland, stand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
NLE Choppa with Top Shotta.
Yeah, Top Shotta.
You know what I'm saying? I did not listen to this yet, but I keep seeing this young guy's name, so I am going to give him a listen, though, Jones, for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check him out as well.
Okay. He got. Well, everybody got a song with Roddy Ricch, so they ain't saying much, but I actually do like his song with Roddy Ricch too. So you know what I mean? Like that, I was like, oh, okay, all right, maybe I'll give him a listen then. That's cool. And then Mach Hommy, Mach's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah.
I actually listened to this because it was 9 tracks, and I was curious about why. I was curious about the album cover and the name, and it honestly made me want to listen. Like that's how easy it is to get me some days. It's decent. It's decent. If the best way to describe it, if you guys are into, you know, I'll say like Thurston Howard III, MF Doom, Earl Sweatshirt. Okay. Then you'll be fucking with this. You'll fuck with this because that's kind of what he's on. There's one joint where he punches in like different parts of the Prodigy's Quiet Storm rap, so that won me over. I like the way he was flipping the verse with him and I forgot the other dude that's on the song, but overall, man, he can rap. It's again that underground sound that exists. You know what I'm saying? So y'all check it out if you can.
All right.
Yeah. Any other music that we might have missed, Jones, from the quick lightning round that was that one?
Oh man, it's a new joint from 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne called Moneymaker. I fucks with that man. It got like, it makes me think of the Circle City Classic, or if anybody from the country has been to like a black football. Yeah, if you've ever been to one of those like college bowl black football game joints, he kind of has that going on. And it's a sample of guys, I Still Love You, but it's the band playing it. Man, it sounds so dope. I really fuck with it. And it makes me miss the Circle City Classic like so much, man. Yeah. I grew up going to that shit, and like the man, grew up going to that, man. Some of the most fun I've ever had in my life, man. One of them type of joints where like nobody really went to the football game. They went to go hear the Battle of the Bands. You went and got a fresh outfit just to walk around the stadium a whole bunch of fucking time. Right. So that's what that joint reminds me of. Go check that out. And then Rick Ross dropped a joint the other night, Pinned to the Cross, which is real dope, man. Vintage Rick Ross. He takes a shot at Terry Crews in the midst of that shit, which I'm here for. Right. Like straight up. And speaking of those two dropping singles, man, did you catch the verses?
No, not yet. I did not catch it yet. I did not watch in real time. I did see that they had strippers and money.
Yes.
on one parts. They did. So I figure after tonight, maybe that'll be my late night entertainment. I'll check out their verses. Oh, excuse me. I'll check out their verses to close out my Sunday night. Thank you.
Man, I'll tell you this, man. The way I scored Chainz winning, I take that back. But I don't think Ross won either. To me, it's a tie.
Really?
Even. Like, if anything, it might be like 10-9. No, 10-11. Some shit like, no. Am I scoring that wrong?
Yeah.
Out of 20 joints? Whatever. It might be one joint off. Fuck math. But either way, I think it's even.
Well, Jones, my only thought is this. Everybody has to decide if they're doing one or two things. Are we underrating 2 Chainz songs, or are we overrating Rick Ross songs? That's all I want to say.
Ooh.
That's all I want to say.
I'm in the category of maybe we're overrating Rick Ross. Just saying?
Oh, okay.
That's just me.
Okay. Hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Because I mean, hey, you know,
just slightly though, just slightly.
I mean, hey, I'm going to stick to my script at all times. Yeah, so I didn't want to know how everybody feel. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
So you know, there's that. But I will be checking out the verses. I do want to watch it because it looks like there was a lot of the ambiance was right for that. Is what I'll say.
Yeah, it really was. It was.
Banging on lunch tables.
You damn right.
Final words before we get up out of here, Jones.
Man, y'all just have a blessed and safe week, man. There's plenty of new hip hop out here for you to listen to, man. Go stick your toe in some of that, man. Enjoy some of that new Amine, Mach, Hommy, 2 Chainz, man. NLE Choppa. Go listen to some of it, man. You might find your new favorite rapper. You never know.
Word, absolutely. And you know, I guess my final word, kind of to piggyback off of that, just stop being afraid to like something that is not of your normal taste, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people, Jones, are out here liking shit because people are telling them to, or they think that they are supposed to like it because of who they are. And we're missing out on a great opportunity to support a lot of young, upcoming talent, or just, you know, mainstay talent that hasn't quite, you know, broken through how they want to yet. You know,
man, I agree with that 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and one person that I thought about, you know, because I got a lot of country cousins and I love them to death, and one of my Midwestern cousins here, like, we were having a conversation about Moneybagg Yo, and me and my cousin Trey was like, no, this nigga hard, like, this nigga really get busy, and like. And my other cousin just wasn't trying to hear it. And I was like, but have you listened to him though? I was like, no, like, he really kicking some shit, like. And then,
right.
And like, you know, he didn't want to listen to that, but was like telling me how he loved Future. I'm like, nigga, like, if you think Future hard, like, you really gotta listen to Moneybagg Yo. Like, yo, what are you talking about?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, so again, like I say, man, hey, look, man, give people a listen. Like, if somebody tell you some shit hard, at least be like, yo, let me at least listen to a couple songs and see for myself. Because a lot of y'all don't be liking better shit than the shit that y'all ain't listening to.
Exactly. I love that.
Oh, man, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, well, hey, look, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning into the show every single week. We enjoy bringing it to you as well, you know what I'm saying? We love doing the show every single Sunday, and we will continue to do exactly that. But until next time, man, you already know it's fans over critics.
Yes, sir.
It's support what you love instead of bashing what you hate.
Yeah, it is.
And we always want you to be safe, be humble, and live hip-hop.
You damn right.
It's the Banging on Lunch Tables podcast with Camp from the Port.
Mike Jones.
And we are out.
Yeah.